today we're talking to Nicola Stanley of the graduate recruitment team at Irwin Mitchell. Hi Nicola.
Hello.
And we're talking about vacation schemes today. Obviously for Irwin Mitchell and loads of other firms, they're a really important part of the training contract recruitment process. So a lot of students are going to be preparing for their vacation schemes coming up this summer. Nicola, what would your advice be to them? How important is it to get this right?
I think with Irwin Mitchell, like many other law firms, we recruit heavily from our vacation scheme. We've recruited over 70 vacation scheme students for 50 training contracts. So the competition is fierce. The students put a lot of work into getting a vacation scheme. They've gone through the application, the video interview, the assessment centre. So this really is the final hurdle to get the golden ticket for a training contract. In terms of in advance, I would recommend that students still research the firm that they're going to, make sure they're up to date with what's going on, what legal changes have happened, what changes have happened with that law firm. For example, has a recent merger happened that might be impacting on them, or have they just done a huge deal that actually that'd be really good to talk about when they start. I would also make sure that they get all their paperwork sorted. They've got their passport if that's required of them. They know where they've got to go on their first day, and they know the exact route to get there. There's nothing worse than turning up for a vacation scheme late on your first day, flustered, sweating in this heat as well. So really ensure that you're prepared. From then, when you are there on your first day, and whether you're there for 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, however long your scheme is, just make sure that you are enthusiastic. You turn up on time every day, you're punctual, and you're keen to learn. I know that a number of people are concerned about how they're going to come across on the vacation scheme, and a lot of supervisors don't expect them to know everything, but what they do expect them to do is be enthusiastic for every task that's given to them.
We've all heard about simple mistakes that can just really let candidates down, unfortunately, and it's such a shame when that happens. What are your vacation scheme key do's and don'ts?
I think if I start with the social events, you will be invited to a couple of social events. Try and go along to as many as you can. It will show your personality in a more natural environment. But also be careful about how much you drink. No one wants to see a drunk vacation scheme student, and I'm sure many recruiters could relay some stories of experiences that they've had. So do be sociable, but just make sure that you don't overconsume with the alcohol. Another thing I would relate to is around meetings. Be appropriately dressed. There are occasions where you may be invited to dress down for a charity event, but I would always check with the supervisor of whether that's appropriate or not. You would hate to miss out on an opportunity for a meeting because you weren't dressed smartly enough to go along to that. So other mistakes that individuals have made is by not being punctual, not getting to the office when the working hours start, and just that sort of impression that it gives. Other silly mistakes that I've seen people make is around how they actually come across in the office. Some come across quite arrogant. Some are boasting about other placements that they're going on, or the last placement they were on that was so much better. So just be aware that you are going to be impressing a lot of people, and never underestimate the people in the office that will be hearing your conversations, that it may have an impact then on an offer that's made. And finally, I would say for all those sporting fans, be careful when you're streaming live results to your PC.
No.
We've had a lot of students that have been keeping up to date with Wimbledon, cricket, and would you hate to be that student that everyone knows that you knew exactly what the football score was, or the cricket score, or the Wimbledon score, because you couldn't resist looking at it during the sort of working hours of the day. So just be careful what's on your screen, because everyone is watching.
So it sounds like it's just really important to treat the vacation scheme as if you're in a proper corporate job already, and basically treat it like a extended job interview. Is that kind of accurate?
Absolutely. I think most recruiters will be very honest at the start to say it is like a 2-week interview, and we will be gaining feedback from all the people that you were with. It's really important that you seek work as well. Most supervisors will have their own workload, they'll be very busy, but they will want to give you work to help you progress, but they don't always know what you've got on your plate. So don't be afraid to walk around the office, send an email out and say to people, I have capacity, please let me know what I can help with. or use the initiative and actually think, is there some research that I could be doing on their current clients, or an article that I could possibly attempt to write for them. Anything like that would just put you in a really positive light.
So it's all just about being proactive as well, positive.
Absolutely. Don't just sit there twiddling your thumbs. You've got to be proactive. This is your vacation scheme. You've got to make the most of it.
Thanks for talking to us, Nicola. That's great.
No worries. Thank you.